Yo, yo, am I dark? Dark. I lighten up a little bit. Dark. Can't be dark. Got to lighten up a little bit. Kyrie, what's up? Shanna.
Things in my house that just make sense.
Holy cow. Shanna Banana, what's happening? Mr. Bull Tremitter, what it do, man? Thomas, what's cracking? Don Flint, what it do, brother? What's the good word? Silverback. Let everybody get up in here. We got some stuff going on tonight, man. Hold on. What I was looking for something. I don't know. I find it. What's happening though? Lamerick, what's going on? What's going on, man? Happy Friday to y'all. I made it through the storm, you know? Storm's still going on in some places. KLG, what's cracking? 6 from Dirty Jerry's, what's up? Jason, my buddy. What's shaking, man? Fam. What's cracking? Hey, man. So you don't see Zach because his power out. He having power issues in Ohio. So this thing been affecting people some everywhere. Grand Life, what's good? 3C, what's happening? So we got a whole bro, but he say he a prepper, right? So he better be prepping. He better be prepped or whatever. You know? Kevin G, what's happening, man? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Ramsey J, what it do, brother? What's going on with y'all, man? Dave the Hunter, my main man Dave. What's going on, Gunrilla? What's good with everybody? I don't know if any of you guys are in the path of that storm coming up through there, I think on the East Coast, going toward the East Coast, whatever. Hope y'all all right, man. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be for us. I mean, some people got it a little bit worse. We just had a lot of wind and rain, but we didn't lose power or anything like that. Jova, what it do? There you go. What's going on? I almost said figure wigger, but if I would have said that, then that could be misinterpreted and almost be inappropriate. So I don't want to say figure wigger. So I'm just gonna say fat guy with guns because it just sounds safer. You know. Check out Squad 5, Kevin G. I'm gonna remember that, man. Tampa Gun Works. Pedro, what up, man? What's going on? Yeah, I think this is my second hurricane. I think when I first moved here, the very first weekend I got here was a storm, man. So I'm already on 2, and I've only been here a couple months. Unbelievable. Calm Wolf, what's happening, man? Coy, my boy, what's going on? What's going on? I got some good stuff tonight, man. I got some good stuff going on tonight. You know, y'all hang tough. Got real good donation Friday giveaway tonight. Real good. But oh, there you go. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Focus, camera. I said focus. God damn it, I said. See, when I cuss, it listen. You saw that? Hold on. All right, here I go. I'm back. Hey, man. So look, if y'all don't mind, please smash the like button. But don't let me forget, because I got the funniest fat guy with gun story ever. It's funny to me. I thought it was funny. I wish I could have had like been able to tell the story in real time, but this light bugging me. Hot tub, what's happening, man? The lights are bugging me. See that? It just light up by itself. What the? Hold on. Let me make it brighter. Try that. See if that helps. Hot tub, what's cracking, man? BTG, Strap House, what's going on, Q? I'm trying to fix these lights, man. So, but I got a super funny story. And then I also got announcement to make tonight. Pretty cool, for the community. And then we get into the giveaway, and then we can just talk some trash. Gina, what's happening, Gina? So before I go all the way into it, I'm gonna go and get this out the way because I'm gonna forget. Big dog, what's happening, man? So I was talking to Zach earlier, and just like normal, we talking on the phone, we trying to talk some stuff to meet up and all this other cool stuff, just talking. And I heard him say, "Well, I think Lil Zach was like," he said, "No." First, I heard Zach say, "Why you running?" He's like, "Why you running?" And then Lil Zach said, "The lights flashed." So I guess the lights in the crib flashed. I don't know if he got scared or something. So he started running. So I heard Zach say he was running. That was kind of funny to me. I'm like, oh, well, man, maybe it scared him a little bit. He's like, yeah, the lights did flash a little bit. But yeah, we cool because he said the wind was really bad out there in Ohio. So about 2 minutes later, he was like, oh, man, the lights just flashed, bro. I'm like, oh, man, you should be good. He's like, oh, they just went out. The lights just went out. We in the dark, bro. Savage Lee, what's happening, man? So I was like, well, I said, good thing, man, you got all that, you like a prepper, you got all these stuff. So it ain't no big deal. Lights, they probably come right back on, can't be that bad. So this dude said, he was like, hey, bro, I'm stuck in the chair. I said, what? What you mean? He's like, I'm stuck. He's in the recliner chair that let up automatically. And he had the chair reclined back when the lights went out. So he couldn't hit the button and let the chair back up. And he said he couldn't get up. Now, I don't know if that was something I'm supposed to laugh at, but it made me laugh. I thought it was funny as hell. So I told him to give Lil Zach the phone and let him record, and then he try to get up. Because I felt like that's like a viral short, just try to get up and let him record it, and let's see what happened. Like let us watch. But he didn't want to do that. But I just thought that was funny as hell, man. So he's still stuck in the chair right now. Like he's still stuck in the chair. Like he ain't got up yet. So we just waiting on the power to come on so he can get up out the chair. So, but that's that. We're gonna pray for him. He at home, he's safe. So we good. We're gonna keep everything going. Let me go look at something real quick. It's all good, man. He good. He in the live right now, so he's straight. He all right. Let me see what we. Boom. I'm checking out something, y'all, real quick. Yep. All right. So look, it wasn't last week. Boy, I'm getting old, man. Nah, it wasn't last week. It was 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, I think. Now, y'all correct me if I miss that, if I missed something. But 2 weeks ago, when people donated on Donation Friday, I forgot what I was giving away that weekend. I think it might have been that week that the Olight or something. I don't remember. But whatever it was, people that donated, I said that y'all would be automatically entered when I get ready to do the bigger giveaway. So that's gonna be tonight. So all of you guys that donated on the 13th, was it 13th? What's today? Today 27th. I'm trying to make sure it was the 13th, not the 20th. Yep, I'm pretty sure it was the 13th. I'm positive. So on that particular day, everybody that donated, and it was like small donation amount that day, amount of people. So I don't think I'm gonna have to go back and see. I want to make sure that I catch the right week. Do anybody remember for sure? Because if you don't, I can go check. I can go double check to make sure when it was. Shouldn't be that hard, but I want to say it was the 13th. I don't think it was last. Nope, it definitely wasn't last week, or was it? I see Megan say he thought it was last week, but I thought because last week we were talking about the case going on with your boy with baby oil. So it was the 13th. So anyway, everybody donated the 13th day. So tonight we're gonna do. First of all, let me say it's Donation Friday. I have to say this just as a disclaimer for those that don't know and people that be weird. So I try to be as transparent as possible. So Donation Friday is when you guys donate to the channel just to help me out. It's the primary way that I support the channel, especially now with YouTube being so weird and crazy. And what I usually try to do is I try to give away some item to go along with it. But I want to make sure that I'm super, super, super clear on this. Make sure that you want to donate to support the channel. I know some people just be waiting to see what the giveaway is, and then if I'm giving away something they want, then you'll donate. And that's okay too. But I'm just doing the giveaway as a part of showing appreciation. Otherwise, I just appreciate you guys donating to help me out. And thank you to everybody that donates week after week. I appreciate it big time, man. So thank you. More importantly, smash the like button. Tonight, we're going to give away a P365 XL. There you go. We got a handgun giveaway. Understand, though, I'm going to tell y'all what the donation amount is in a second, but understand that whoever is lucky enough to have their name pulled, make sure that you have to pay the transfer and the shipping. All right? So you'll be responsible for whatever the transfer fee and the shipping is, and then it's cool to make sure that you are compliant in a state that's compliant, and I think most places should be compliant for this particular firearm. So it is a P365 XL. All right. So let me see. I might even have a photo so I could show it. See where we at. Give me 1 second. Well, maybe I don't have a photo. Hold on. I'm gonna find a photo of it real quick. But most of y'all know what that looked like, right? I mean, I would think. So boom. At least I'll show it. But if y'all don't mind, while I'm taking this weird minute here to do this, please smash that like button for me so we can get the likes on the live up to speed, man. I am, since Zach is still stuck in the chair, I'm gonna post a link out here for anybody that might want to come on join me tonight, because we're gonna have some good conversation while we do this firearm giveaway. All right, there we go. Boom. Just waiting on the photo to attach. Don't know what the hell taking it so long. Either way, The donation tonight gonna be $15. That's what we're gonna do. So it actually comes with a red dot on it. You'll actually get the firearm, the red dots with the red dots, the red dot with the box to the red dot, box to the fire, everything, you know. So we're gonna do $15 donations. That's it. Cash App is on the screen. I'm actually gonna repost it with the donation amount. Layawayking. Boom. So, all right. Let me see. What in the helicopter monkey? Why it take so long for it to? I was trying to upload it to the computer. Anyway, man. So that's the first thing before we get into anybody's conversation. And then the second thing is I need y'all help. So for people that might have been following the channel for a while, I would always release merch like at least once a year prior to the meetup. I would always do something, but it's been over a year now since I've had any basically like channel merch or anything that I've done. So I'm gonna do something real cool. Partnering with one of the companies I work with to make this even cooler. So I got a couple shirts that I'm gonna put out. The new website is pretty much ready to go. It's gonna go live, and then what's gonna happen? I'm gonna release a shirt every month. Every month I'm gonna have a different design that we'll release at a certain time. The first one's gonna start in October. We'll start taking pre-orders real soon, but we'll do the first one in October, and then every month after that. But every time you purchase a shirt, not only do you get a free patch with it, you get entered to win whatever that big prize is that's going on. And I want to make sure every prize is like crazy. So it won't be nothing less than a SRO, a EOTech. It's going to always be like a high end. I'm going to try to do dots because I think red dots make the most sense because everybody can get them. You know what I'm saying? So if I start trying to do it where it's like firearms and all of that stuff, but you'll be automatic. Anytime you buy a shirt, you just entered into that. You just automatically get entered into that giveaway. You don't have to do anything else. You get a free patch, and then you get, automatically entered. So that's what I was going to say I need y'all help with, though. I want y'all to help me decide which of the shirts that we're going to release first. So I got two different designs, and I'm going to do 1 and 2. I'm going to pull them up on the screen, right? And then I'm going to allow you guys to pick which one, and then I'll show you how to go get, how to get to the pre-sales and all that cool stuff. So let me see. This is the first one. So y'all can just say 1 or 2. So this is 1. One is community versus everybody. All right. So that one will be number 1. And then here's number 2. 2A 4L. So basically 2A for life. Community versus everybody. That can be any type of community, whatever you want to be, your neighborhood, 2A community, whatever. This community, whatever you want to be. Versus everybody, or number 2, 2A for life. So those are the shirts. So I'm gonna chat. I'm gonna look at the chat, and we see 1 or 2, and see how it goes. Oh man, I might have a co-host. He almost looked like Zach. Oh, I see ones, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Damn, see a lot of 2s. CJ, what's up, man? Anybody I didn't get a chance to speak to? What's up? Showtime, what's happening? Rick G, what it do? I can't even spell it. I can't even say your name, man. Neurogasm. Did I say that right? What's up with you? 2-2. Look like 2 is winning. Mike check mag. What up? What up? What up? Shout out to everybody that's new in the chat, man. That's dope. I'm gonna put the link out there. If you brand new and you're not afraid of the camera, pop on here and say what's up to me. I like to meet people. So 2, I think look like the 2's got it, man. I'm thinking the twos might have it. Pedro, what up?
How's it going?
I don't know what that was, bro. You're not about to sing though. But why don't you turn your phone to the side so that we can have a so that the screen looks proportionate. Is that a word?
Something like that.
There you go. There you go. Now we look like we got a show going on here.
How's that? Is that
That's
high enough?
perfect, man. That's perfect. Hey, OG Tank, it's the shirts, man. I got new shirts dropping. So I want people to choose, help me choose one or two. I feel like the twos are winning right now. This is one. It's community versus everybody. And this is two. 2A4L. So those are going to go live. Well, not those, but one of them will, whichever one that whoever's present in this live tonight chooses, whichever number I see the most, one or two. So OD Tank say one. I think I saw more twos, but it's all good. We'll figure it out. Or I might have to do both if it looks that even. Hot Tub say one. So either way, remember, whenever you purchase one of these shirts to support the site, and I'll be promoting them a lot. I'll start wearing them in my videos, everything. You also get a free patch with it, and you get entered. You know what I'm saying? You get entered into a giveaway that we'll do. The giveaways won't happen once a month. So like it'll happen probably every few months, but it'll always be something dope. And it's just going to be for the people that bought the merch. So you get entered to win I think the first one going to be an SRO for sure. 100%.
That's a good giveaway.
Pedro, what's new, man?
That's a good giveaway.
Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna try to do some really, really cool stuff. Some X300s, some SROs, some 507 comps. So I want to do. That's for everybody. When you buy a shirt, you automatically enter. So anytime you support the merch, and those will be the only people eligible for those giveaways. The shirts are going to run up to, I believe they run up to 6X. As a matter of fact, yeah, they run from small up to 6X. Let me go look at something real quick. I'm just debating one or two. Hey, Zach, if it ain't too dark in the chair you stuck in, could you let me know what number you see more of? Just off first glance, like what are you seeing? More twos or more ones? Because depending on the number, we might let them go live tonight. The shirts could go live tonight.
Yeah, I saw twos.
I think I felt like I saw more of the twos as well, man. So look, man, you kind of been missing in action a little bit, bro. I'm not gonna say missing in action because I'm sure you've been around, but what's going down, man? Everything you getting caught up?
Yeah. So I was at the shop today all day.
Okay.
Brushing out some water from the shop.
Oh, you guys got water over there?
Yeah, we got about a foot of water, roughly.
Damn.
So I do a lot of that. We're about I think we're 3 weeks out from being fully cut up. So almost there, thankfully. It should be actually. Hopefully things will go according to plan. It's a little bit less, because we're still waiting to finalize all the paperwork for the new shop. So almost cut up, and then almost at the new shop. So next couple weeks,
that's good. That's a good double, a positive double whammy.
Yeah. So I've been MIA a little bit on socials and group chats and everything. Really, just kind of trying to catch up on things and not distract myself.
What's up, Burning Girl? Okay, thank you for checking in with us. Be safe out there. You and the hubby, y'all be easy. Have fun for all us. Um, bro, you remember? So you got the Prodigy. You remember? You know, I want to get that stipple. That stipple be looking dope as hell on IG, bro.
So we haven't done them on a Prodigy yet. The issue you run into when you laser anything, every let me start over. Every polymer blend is different, right? So the polymer blend that Glock uses, that Sig uses, that Smith, right, Springfield, they all use a different polymer blend. So finding the right settings for that polymer blend can be very difficult. We're currently, for example, we've done probably, I don't know, 300 Glocks at this point in terms of frames and
Locks are much
stipple.
easier, obviously.
Much easier, yeah. But Glock
Hold on.
just changed
Hey,
their
Strap House said if
polymer blend.
anybody in Atlanta wins, he'll do their transfer for 50% off. What is 50% off? What's that number? What's the transfer cost, bro? Let people know. We gotta let them know the details for the details. All right, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so Glock just changed their polymer blend for whatever reason. So all Gen 5s are now coming with a different mix, essentially, right, of the plastics that they use. So now all laser stipples, as far as me and a couple of buddies that do it know, they'll be shiny now. So they'll have like this glossy texture, which I do not like.
Is it not as clean?
It's not. So like the reel that I posted today, it's like super defined. It's very matte, right? You can really like see the texture. This is almost like it melted opposed to got lasered, if that makes any sense at all. So like the edges are rolled over a little bit. It's a lot more shiny and glossy. It looks terrible in comparison, but there's nothing you can do. It's just the way that the plastic now melts. So
Damn.
for some time, we're gonna stop doing polymer, or we're gonna stop doing Glock stippling until we can figure out a setting that we like.
Gen 5 still.
It looks like shit, just straight up.
I
So,
said, are you just gonna stop Gen 5 or you gonna stop Glocks altogether?
any Glock that has a C serial, we won't do. That's the new serial that they have.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
if
All
you
right,
have one
that's
with a
up.
C
So
serial,
so basically the Prodigy, it can be Cerakoted, but not stippled.
it can be stippled. We just haven't done one. Like we've done testing on like extra grip modules, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We just haven't found the right settings yet. So what we're gonna do probably have a buddy that we work closely with. He does like some of the best hand stippling that we know. So I was gonna get with you at some point about it, to have us just ship it to him, just the lower essentially, right? The grip, and then
Okay.
have him do his magic on that. Because I think it'll turn out a little bit better than doing it with laser.
Okay. Okay.
So we'll talk about it at some point though.
All
I
right.
want
All
to
right.
spill the beans on the final product.
So Zach just told me it's more ones. That might be good because we might have the shirts go live tonight. I'm texting you something, bro. I can't. I don't want to say it online. Hey.
How's that hurricane for you guys?
That was nice, man. Nice little hurricane, man. You
Nice
know,
little breeze.
yeah,
Water
definitely.
water the plants.
There you go. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Decent little hurricane, man. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what
Send
to
me some
expect.
details on that later, please.
Hey, Neurogasm, what kind of poll you want to do? What's the poll, man? I didn't see. I haven't seen. I can't read all the comments. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Especially when Zach not here. Zach knows it. He be reading all the comments. He see all the comments, especially if you say something weird. Me, I'm gonna miss it. So you could probably get away with some stuff tonight because I'll be missing it, man. Vision, what's happening? Showtime, Patrick, what's going on, my brother?
Silverback, I don't know who Frank is. So, not to be disrespectful, I don't know who that is. So,
oh no, damn, Frank. So look,
you
if
know,
you're just joining, man, please smash the like button. Tonight we have a SIG P365 XL as a donation Friday. It's $15 donations. Please keep in mind that the donations are $15. You will be responsible for transfer and shipping fees on that firearm. But that's what we are giving away tonight. And it also comes with the red dot on it. I was trying to, matter of fact, it might be there by now.
what's on the Romeo 0 or the Romeo 1?
No, actually, I have a Fox Army green dot on it right now. I mean, but they could put whatever they want to put on it if they don't want that on there. But it's fine. It works fine.
Yep. Much better optic. That Romeo 0 is kind of
Yeah, I don't like those.
And they're plastic, right? The glass is plastic.
Yeah, who doing your stippling on your Prodigy Bank TV? They hooking it up. I got a magwell for my Prodigy too that I need to put on there.
You sure do. After a month, right?
Yeah, man. I think Pedro just hanging out with my guns, man. I gave him the guns like 5 months ago. It's cool.
All right, relax. Let's not over exaggerate here, okay?
Just put me at the end of the line.
Hasn't been that long, you know.
No, I don't have the comp, Mr. Dixon. I just got it's gonna be ported though, so it's gonna be better than the comp.
Don't buy the comp. If anyone out there is looking at buying the comp version, don't buy the comp version.
And tell us why. Just for somebody that might finna go buy it tomorrow.
Sure. One, I've seen a lot of issues with them. Even though prodigies are known to have issues, I've seen comps have a lot of issues. And then two, whoops. The comp prodigies don't actually comp that well, right? Chunk ports don't work all that great. Or that chunk style porting, I should say. So if you're looking to get it, I would just recommend buying a stock Prodigy and then just porting that. And not even by us, just by anybody. You'll get more performance over that comped version of the Prodigy for less money.
But, yeah, I heard, Mega. You know, I was telling people, I told somebody this today. I did a video on the CZ, the Nocturne, the compact version.
I saw.
And it was a nice hurricane, Jay. Thanks for sending that through, bro. But so I was telling people, like, I watched Honest Outlaw's video on it, right? And I was gonna text him and be like, what, just to see if he could give me any more information of what happened, right? But I'm like this though. I can watch a video on something or hear somebody's opinion on it, but it won't make me not buy it if I want it. So like because I be feeling like sometimes it could have just been a one-off. That's why I don't believe in this is just me though. I'm not gonna say I don't believe in it, but I'm not big on that tried and true stuff. Because I think every gun is different. Right? I can get a 320 that has some issues, and you can get a 320 that run perfect. I watched it happen with the Prodigies when Zach got his Prodigy. A lot of people had his ran just fine.
We've had three. The first two were a nightmare.
Oh man, Armel, I'm not doing that no more. I ain't gonna say no more. I won't never say never, but I don't plan to do none of those times. So
I think and I am by no means a Glock guy. We've been spoiled by Glock reliability, and I think expecting that level of reliability out of any other manufacturer is unrealistic.
That's an interesting statement. That's an interesting statement.
2011s are known to be a little finicky, right? Even staccatos, even masterpiece arms, they can all be picky, right? For the lack of a better word. Prodigies, especially. Like I said, we've had 3 of them. The first 2 I sold within 2 weeks because I didn't want the headache of trying to fix a not functioning $1,500 Prodigy. Which for most is like, oh, it's a budget 2011. I personally don't think $1,500 is a budget gun. However you swing it.
Okay.
Well,
my opinion. I can't help but to agree. I think it just depends on who you are. I think it depends on, I don't say who you are, but just depends on your financial positioning. Sure. Like if you're able to do it, sometimes that's not a lot of money to some people. Like they can just do it with no problem. And then others can't, man. There's people that just are not going to spend that type of money. I think that I'm one of those guys that believe that there is quality in just about every price range, bro.
Oh, of course.
I mean, once you start getting to a few $100, you can find something.
You go too low, you can get a little quality. Yeah.
So I just believe that, and I think that, it just depends, man. I'm telling you, when I came out there with you guys a few weeks ago, man, I saw guys shooting some not very expensive firearms. I saw some that were costly, but I saw guys shooting some what we would consider budget guns and shooting their ass off at that. So I guess it just depends on what it's for, right?
That too. I do think the standard nowadays for the industry is very high, right? Like I talk a lot of shit about Taurus and Canic and other budget type guns, in my opinion. But they're all reliable, right, to an extent, and they're all probably worth the money that you're paying for them, the $300, $350, $400, whatever you're paying. But there's also like you pay for what you get almost, right? Like,
don't say that.
I recommend people the Prodigy all the time because I do think it is a fantastic 2011 or double stack 1911. For this sake, we'll just call it 2011. But it can also be very hit or miss, right? So if you get a good one, you get a good one. But if you get a bad one, you're going to have a headache for weeks. But it's just one of those things, right? You're paying the price of an entry level 2011, so you should expect some issues to an extent. You know what I mean? In my opinion, right? It's like buying a used car, right? You should expect something to not be perfect, and you're aware because you're paying 40% of market price. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's Zach just said that. Like one of my favorite things to say is you always get what you pay for, no matter what. No matter how you look at it, it's like you get what you pay for, and it is what it is. Like when somebody says it is, I think that's the most that's the realest phrase ever spoke. It is what it is. It doesn't get any realer than that.
You get out what you put in.
You get what you pay for. You pay for it. They give it to you. You got what you paid for. Now, do you think it was worth what I paid for it? That's a different question. Or was it? See, this is the fun thing about firearms. There's so many of us that are in the firearms world. You got some people that are enthusiasts, some people that just own guns simply for protection. Like they might own 3 or 4 firearms, and they're instructors. They maybe shoot competition. They just don't own a ton of guns like a lot of us. It gets to a point where, man, what up, Juice? Wet Dog TV, what's happening, man? I'm gonna get back on that in a minute, but I think it's so much different. Like that's why I always wanted to base my channel around I always say the everyday gun owner, right? Like just average people, like people that'll be here in this chat talking to me. I could be on the phone with somebody talking about something. Maybe this gun came out and we like it, and And everybody don't want to hear all the technical jibber jabber.
Sure.
They just want to be like, hey man, you shot that such and such. Oh yeah, I checked it out. What'd you think? Oh, it was cool, man. It was, you know what I'm saying? I shot it. It felt fine to me, you know, or I did this.
Yep.
Like, I don't even like to get into that world of recommended. Hey, I recommend. I've said it before, but I don't necessarily like to do it. I'd rather you do your own research and determine what you want. But I will give you my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if they ask for it, then they ask for it, right? There's no harm in expressing your experiences with certain things.
Yeah.
I do think some stuff is, and we've talked about this before, but some stuff's overpriced when it comes to the quality to what you get, and some stuff is underpriced for the quality for what you get, right? So it goes both ways, but I think
see, I think that's true, and I think it can be subjective a little. Right? I agree with you. Personally, I agree with you. But I'm just playing devil's advocate. Somebody else that may be listening that may say,
yeah, no, of course,
you know, like somebody could it could be subjective, right? Like if that's overpriced. Because, for instance, early on, I thought, my personal opinion, when Canon came out with the steel frame and they wanted $1,000 for it, I thought that was overpriced. But now I changed my mind. I think it's fairly priced.
I think it is. Well, the issue is you compare it to other steel frame guns, right? So, like, is the steel frame PDP worth $1,600? No, right?
I've said that's my biggest gripe with it. I think it's now. See, wait, stop, man. Hold on, you tricking me, bro. You gotta stop doing that. You asked me, is it worth? That's subjective again. But if you ask me, do I think it's a little high, priced a little high? Yeah, I do. I think that. But to say it's not worth it, see that gets a little.
I think
we walking on a tightrope.
Yeah, and I know what you're saying. I view things from the big picture, right? So, like, is $1,600 worth it? It is subjective, and I do agree. But when you scale things out to, like, the price to performance to what you're getting, I do think certain things are overpriced, right?
Yeah.
A 4.25-inch polymer PDP is what, $600, $700 roughly, right? Something like that. Do you get 3 times the performance almost by buying the steel frame?
Yo, bro, Alan, thank you, my brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it. If y'all just coming in, please smash the like button. Tonight is Donation Friday. Donation Friday is one of the primary ways that I support this channel. We do donations via Cash App. Cash App is on the screen up under me. I do this every single Friday, and we always try to attach a giveaway. This week, we so happen to have a firearm giveaway. We're giving away a Sig Sauer P365 XL. I forgot to mention it has a Wilson combat grip on it too. I don't know how I forgot that part. I don't know. But it's got a red dot and a Wilson combat grip on there. Donations are $15. The Cash App is on the screen, man. And please smash the like button. All right, we can get back to it. So, go ahead.
Again, I do agree. It is subjective, right? Because everyone has different financial situations. I just think that certain guns for the price, when you compare them to other guns in that price range, just don't make a lot of sense, right?
Right.
A $1,600
giveaways tonight. It happens tonight, man. We draw a name at the end of the live.
Yep. The $1,600 steel frame PDP, in my opinion, isn't as good as some $1,600 2011s out there. And I'm not even a 2011 guy, right? I've shot them for a while, but I'm left-handed, so they don't really make a whole lot of sense for me. But I think
we're going into that. That's totally subjective. Yes, wet dog. That's exactly how that works, man.
Is it though?
That's subjective, bro. Because so I actually love the gun, but I always loved the PDP too, which is, you know what I'm saying? So the steel frame just like made my PDP experience that much better.
Oh, for sure. And I love the PDP.
But you got to remember the PDP is you comparing the striker fire gun to a hammer fire gun. First of all, when you say it doesn't compare to some $1,600 2011s, and then when you say $1,600 2011s, there's not very many of those. The matter of fact, the only one that really fits into that mold would be either the Platypus, you could probably get in that price range, and the Prodigy. Now you can get some a little less if you start talking about the Mag 9s, the if you include the Rock Island or the Apollo.
Yeah,
but
would you?
I don't know if those are better
or a PDP or a
Platypus or PDP. Now I like both guns, right? But we're talking two different worlds. I don't think it's the either or for me, because I think when I'm thinking I want the double stack or 1911 or 2011, of course I'm gonna go Platypus in that price range. If you ask me Platypus or Prodigy, now we got a conversation. To me, that's more comparable.
Yes and no. The reason I say that is because how much is a Prodigy nowadays? $1,000, $1,100 on deal.
Hell, what Prodigy you buy?
I bought a new one like 6 months ago for $1,150.
I don't know if I've been seeing them for $1,150. Well, maybe because when I got it, it had red dot on there.
So sure, like 14, but you don't buy a Platypus with a red dot. You buy it just the gun,
right?
So if you're comparing the 16, let's call it 17. I mean, I don't know how much they are, to be honest with you, but we'll just call it $1,600
for
the Platypus.
Just kind of depends on what you get on it. So I imagine if you got like an all black Platypus, you'd probably be right at about $1,500.
Fair,
right? So
now, would you take a $1,500 to $1,600 Platypus or a $1,200 Prodigy, where you can spend the extra $300 on little upgrades to make it shoot better?
Subjective.
Sure.
Right? Because if I want, because I can customize my Platypus any way I want, right?
Sure.
And I may just hold on, bro. It's my boy Juice. He from Chicago. My homie. I was gonna tell you what gang he in, but we ain't gang banging no more, so it's cool. We just stay off of that. But that's my guy, and I have to do this. So Bruce, I appreciate you, big dog. Thank you, brother. My man. Again, bro, it becomes a very subjective thing. I've seen people that swear by Prodigies. Some people love the stealth arms Platypus. Some people will tell you, nope, just save your money and get a staccato. And then you start getting into that whole, you go down that double stack or 2011 rabbit hole. You know what I mean? So
I agree, but I do think there are certain. I do think there are certain things that aren't subjective, or aren't as subjective as some people make it out to seem, in my opinion, on certain things. Right.
Again, once you say, in my opinion,
I mean, even not even my opinion, a staccato will shoot better than a Prodigy, and that's a fact. It's smoother. There's less. The tolerances are a lot better. It's more reliable, and that's just factual, not subjective.
It's gonna be a Prodigy pimp out there that's gonna argue with you, bro.
Not a stock. I mean, listen, and our shot Prodigy gets beat to shit. I love that thing, right? I mean, we use it as a demo gun. People love it. It's not as smooth and as nice as a staccato. And I tell people, don't even buy a staccato. I regret buying mine. But
I don't regret mine. See,
that's fair.
See, you see what's happening right now? Now, I have a staccato P limited. I always say that because I feel like it's important. But it's to me, it's one of the best shooting guns that I own. One of them for sure.
I agree.
And I've never had not very many. I've never had any problems out of it since I've had it.
Same.
But it's, I love the Legion Precision. I like the Prodigy, bro. This is gonna sound weird, but I like to like my guns. Like
Oh
I
no,
like
I
to
mean
like
same
them.
here.
Like if it's something, if when I start not liking it or something about it that's bothering me, then I need to get rid of it.
I'm the same way. Listen, I do think a staccato performs better than a Prodigy, but I recommend a Prodigy way more than a staccato.
I can't air rack my Prodigy yet.
Yeah, but that's like
I know
mean,
that's I know that's not important, bro, but I can't, and it bothers me, man. It bothers me.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
I like to
I can't air rack any of my guns, if I'm
air
being
rack
honest.
them, and I don't air rack every time, but every now and then when you at the range and you showing off me, I mean you showing off for people, but you like low key showing out, yeah. See, I like this gun, bro. You get hit them with one of those and you just start shooting. It's like a cool thing to do, but I
Sure.
can't do that with the Prodigy yet. So that's cool. Don't judge me though, bro. Whatever you do, just let it be what it is.
I mean, I'm not a no judgment here. I
No,
can't air rack
bro.
any of my
This has
guns.
been an ongoing conversation. I've been doing this now for a few years, right?
Yep.
And it's one conversation we could never get away from, which is, getting what you pay for, buy ones,
Of
cry
course,
ones. We've
for
been
sure.
going through this for a long time, like people, because again, but it's what makes it so exciting. It's what makes these conversations good. It's what makes these lives fun when people can
People love talking
agree to
about it.
disagree. Yeah, you just kind of like, because you may tell me something or tell me about something that I just didn't know about before, and now I'm learning something new. And then the people that are listening or in the chats, they learning or they
Yep.
teaching stuff too, man. There's some knowledgeable guys out there. There's guys out there that got collections out this world. So,
Of course.
it's
I mean, I'm not
crazy.
knocking anyone's like preferences or collections or their what they like. I
No,
just I
I
do
love it when you do that though, because you'll make somebody think, bro. Like I do it a lot. Like sometimes you just do it to play devil's advocate. You get somebody thinking, like, damn,
I
you
just
might be right.
I truly think there are absolutes in the gun world.
Here's the absolute: you don't have to go spend crazy money to get a really nice firearm. That's an absolute.
Here's a better absolute, and I totally agree with you. Right, so let me just start there. People spend more money on aftermarket accessories than they do on training, and that's an absolute. How many dudes run
Say that again. Say that
SRO
again.
on Glocks, Surefire X300s on Glocks, have never taken a medical class, or never taken a pistol class, or have never taken a know what I mean?
Hold on, man. Don't whatever you do, don't read Juice comment. Go ahead.
So I think again, spending money how they want it. I'm not here to judge anybody, right? By any means necessary. But there are certain things that are it's just the truth about things, right? Like I know guys that have Gucci 2011s and
Me too. Watch
Gucci
now.
Glocks and Gucci 320s, and right, they
Watch
build
now.
all these guns, and they'll shoot 1,000 rounds a year. Which no judgment, but like the gun's
Right.
worth
See, you just
$4,000.
offended somebody because there's somebody out there that, God damn, I shoot 1,000 rounds a year. Well, that's a lot of bullets. What you mean?
And
See, you shoot
for
a
some it
thousand
is,
rounds. You
again,
shoot 1,000 rounds in one day of competition. So some people shoot 1,000 rounds in a year, right? Like you, Jay West, Gamut, y'all guys shoot a lot more than I do. And I shoot a lot. I'm sure I shoot a lot more than the average gun owner, right? It's sort of like, again, but now that's the flip side of it. Most times when we go with the when we do go out and we buy stuff that's
yep,
cool, sometimes you want to treat yourself, right?
of
Just
course.
think about it. Like you go and you see something that's cool because you right now you really into shooting, you into porting the guns. You guys are like, and I see it here. I see it here more than I've ever seen it in my life.
Mhm.
So the purpose is so much different when you're purchasing a firearm. In defense
I
of
agree.
the enthusiast,
Mhm.
right? Man, there's some people that just like to buy a lot of guns. You
For
feel what I'm
sure.
saying? Like some
It's a
people
hobby,
like to
of
buy them.
course.
They go and see something really cool or the new thing comes out. That's just what they like to do. And they may not shoot them a whole ton. And I don't think there's
Sure.
anything wrong with that either.
No, I don't either. I'm referring mostly to the people who um I'm trying to say this nicely without being a dick about it.
Yeah,
Who
yeah. Because
carry
you didn't
every
say
single
this nice.
day and don't train. Right.
No, I was just saying somebody gonna start cursing, but go ahead, just say it
Oh yeah,
nice.
I'm referring to the people who like carry every single day or like are very like 2A self defense dudes and don't really train. I'm referring to those guys. I have nothing against enthusiasts, people who do it as a hobby, people who just enjoy 2A and love guns. I think that's
Yeah.
really fucking cool. Like I love classic guns and old school vintage stuffs, MP40s, Tommy guns. Right, that's my jam.
So again, it's my job as the host of this show
Mm-hmm.
to oftentimes play devil's advocate. Let me ask you this.
Yep.
What about the guy that carries every day? He's still a gun enthusiast. He
Yep.
may not train in the traditional way, but his form of
Sure.
training is he shoots a lot. So maybe he goes to the range, he practices drawing from his holster and he gets shots off and he practices on his grip and he watches videos and he does what he has to do. He kind of trains in his way.
Yep.
Does that count?
Of course. Because he's getting out and actually attempting to better his skill. Right. Shooting is a diminishing.
You're talking about the dude that just do it for show.
I'm talking about dudes that
He
talk a
talk
lot,
a
man.
good game. I carry it
Yes.
and I do all of that, but I'm really not that guy. When you really get out to the range with him, he's not really that good at it, right?
It's not even, I mean,
You don't
that
have to
too.
be. It's like you don't have to be. That's not what you're judging. It's just that when you talk that game, you're not backing it up.
My thing, dudes that talk a lot of shit about being a shooter and then just don't train. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I can see that.
I don't think everyone should be shooting 20,000 rounds a year, right? That's obviously very unrealistic. Time wise and financially, doesn't make a lot of sense for most people. I mean,
Can
hell,
we agree on this? Most competition shooters would be the guys who typically shoot the most. If you shoot like
oh, for sure.
USPSA, whatever you do competition wise, those guys are going to be shooting their guns the most. They're going to say they're the most trained up. That's the whole
For sure.
thing, right? You'll get the average person, right? When you talk about just the average everyday gun owner, the guy that goes to work every day, he doesn't really get a lot of time to go to the range. He goes when he can.
Of course.
He owns his guns. He gets there when he can do it. See, I'm like this too. I don't knock those guys because, like, that was my old man, right? He was like, he had gun. He didn't have no ton of guns, but the dude knew how to shoot. He didn't go to no gun ranges. He never go. I never seen him go to. I didn't go to a gun range. So I was grown as hell, so I never seen him at a gun range. But I knew when he was in the woods, he was real fast at pulling that revolver off his hip. And he could hit what he wanted to hit. I remember that. So, like, at the end of the day, I think that, some of that stuff is also, this is where I'm going to make it weird at. So, often I will say we, because we shoot so much, right? So, a part of when you constantly do something, you'll naturally get better at it if you keep doing it over and over. Do you agree?
Say that again.
If you shoot enough, you'll become a better shooter.
Agreed.
You just will. I'm not saying you're going to be the greatest, but you'll get better if you just keep using your firearm and keep shooting it.
Yeah, I think the more you do it, the more you'll improve, for sure.
But if, for instance, guys that like again may not go out, pay to train. Do you know that most of the violence that we see happen in real world situations that a lot of guys train for? When something happens, the people that's doing most of the shooting, these guys aren't trained typically. Their training is usually real life stuff. So you try your best to prepare for something that might go on, in the real world. Yeah, I think there's so much of that stuff. Do you know? Now, this is something I know to be true. This is not subjective at all. There is a huge divide between the 2A world, right? in, I don't want to say the real world, I'll just say the everyday world. There's a huge divide, bro.
Yep.
Like it's not, that line is not thin at all. Like it is very different. You could talk to a average everyday person and ask them any question you want pertaining to gun laws or training or technical stuff, and they simply not gonna know what the hell you talking about.
Sure.
Most of them. I'm out of 10 guys you'll speak to, maybe one will be knowledgeable.
Sure.
Because most people are not in this space that we're in. And some guys that are in the space are deeper in the space. I gotta be careful, man. This is a Diddy era. So when you say things, you gotta talking slow, not because I'm slow, but because I won't want to say the wrong thing. But some guys are way more into it than others. And it's like, you know, but it's difficult to judge, you know, the guy who's not as into it as somebody else. Ramsey J just said CNN called 500 rounds in Arsenal. You ever noticed that? I saw some stuff on the news while they found the guy. He had 250 rounds of ammunition on him, and you like 250 rounds.
Yeah, I think, and again, I may have put that kind of incorrectly the way I was thinking it. Maybe I don't think the 2A rabbit hole is for everyone, right? Like there's guys that just love guns, and that's cool too, right? My dad's one of those guys. He loves, has a weird obsession with like old school revolvers, right? Just because he grew up with revolvers, right? So like all the cool stuff that we handle, he'll swing by the shop sometimes, and he'd be like, "What the hell is this?" Just because, right?
You're right.
My point of view, I guess, is like you said, the guys on the streets that just kind of, when things pop off, they just kind of pop off.
Hey, let me holler at Jay and them out there. Hey, Jay, I need you to cash at me $28 more, bro. Because they out there promoting Monsoon. No, shout out to Monsoon. They dope, but we can't be just giving away free commercials, man. That ain't this ain't that. Monsoon, he gonna charge me full price if I hit him up, ain't he? He ain't gonna be like, you shouted me out on the channel, man. I'm gonna look out. Sorry, man. It's just business.
No, it's okay. To round out things, all I'm saying is I think even in the streets of wherever you are, people would be more prepared if there's more training done. I think there's a lot of conversations about optics and lights and Gucci builds and all this stuff, which is obviously that's cool too, and not enough of training, right? That's all I'm saying.
Well, I agree and disagree.
Sure, that's fair.
I agree and disagree. I think it's a again, it's a slippery slope because
of course,
you know, it's a whole thing, man. That real world is something different, bro. But as long when you, to me, you know, you want to know the best training. Now you're gonna say I'm crazy. You're gonna say I'm crazy. You're gonna say this guy don't know what he's talking about, but I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it loud and proud. The best training is to stay out the way. That's the best possible training you could have. Try not to put yourself in harm's way. Stay out the way. Be aware of things. Get away when you see stuff don't look right. Don't run to the problem. Now, stuff can still happen. We understand that 100%. But you give yourself a whole much better chance of survival out here in these streets and in this world by just simply staying out of the way. You know, everybody being trained up on firearms and all that stuff is just not realistic. Everybody's not going to do it. You know, when I saw the statistic of how many women go and get concealed carries and still don't carry a firearm, I was blown away by that, right? Like I thought it was crazy. So, you know, it's just easier, man. To me, I found it to be easier. Trust me. stay out the way. You
Of
avoid
course.
so much by just doing that.
Yeah. I mean, so I'm not saying get training so that you can get involved more or be better when you get involved. That's step one is if you can avoid every situation possible, right? Ego shouldn't take a part in these things, and if there's a way out, just take the fucking way out, in my opinion, right?
100%. I agree.
But
I agree, man. Because when you say, let me ask you this. This is a question. Did you meet Billy? Have you ever met Billy?
I
So
don't
Billy is one of
think so.
Zach, myself, Zach, Billy. These are the guys that help me with my meetup on the yearly. They're my buddies. We
Okay.
we all cool. And one of the things that I've heard Billy say to people, and I always think it's one of the most interesting questions when we train. Right now, I'm talking inside the 2A space. We're training. What exactly are we training for?
I want to use what you guys tell me all the time. That's subjective, right?
Yeah. What are you training for? Are you training to go shoot a competition? Are you training to go shoot a person?
I think any kind of training can be beneficial. If you're taking a class to help with fundamentals, then that'll help you with fundamentals, right? It'll help you long term with other skills. It's hard to shoot competition when you have shit fundamentals. You'll shoot it, you just won't perform well. Do you know what I mean? So I think, in my opinion, a lot of training, they're just building blocks, right? You take one thing and you apply it to the next. So you apply fundamentals to a concealed carry training class, to then you can shoot like a competition training class of sorts, right, with people that shoot. I think it's, shooting is a depreciating skill. So I think training to whatever extent that is important. And one thing can apply to the next. You know what I mean? So it's hard to say like, oh, you're training for this, because that's not realistic. But
All right. How
I
about
think,
this? What would you tell somebody? Because
Mhm.
you're an instructor, right?
Nah, not even close.
But you train though.
I mean, I shoot a lot because of the business and all
Yeah.
the boys that I shoot with.
Ghetto, what
But
up,
yeah,
man? Let me ask you this. What would you tell your cousin, family
Mhm.
member, brother?
Yep.
And he said that he had to, let me use a place I know, that I know very well. Let's just say you were sending him to the west side of Chicago.
Okay.
All right. In the trenches. He had to go in the trenches to go do something, whatever it was. He's going to carry his firearm, whatever. From a training perspective, what would you tell that individual? Now, is there any information that you would give him from a training perspective outside of situational awareness? Be aware of your surroundings. Outside of that, is there anything else that you can tell him from a training perspective?
I think, and again, it's hard. It's hard because like I've never been in the streets, as people say it, right?
And I don't think it. See. Here's the thing, though. This might surprise you. Wesley Chapel,
Yep.
right? You know that area.
Of course.
Nice area, right? I would
Yep.
say.
I think so.
Do you know? This is gonna blow your mind. Do you know I feel less safe in Wesley Chapel than I do on the west side of Chicago?
Interesting.
Interesting, right?
Why is that?
Well, because I feel like when I'm in my element,
Yep.
I fit there. So
What's your
sometimes I
element?
might move and I'm a
What does that
little
mean?
outside of my element, right? Or I feel like I'm outside of my element. But
Okay.
I've learned this tactic, this training tactic that works everywhere I go.
Okay.
I just mind my business. I mind my business and do what I'm there to do. 99.9% of the time, that works. That'll get you
For
out the
sure.
situation. It don't matter
For
what
sure.
neighborhood you go to. It's a part of staying out the way. When I talk about staying
Of
out the way,
course.
it's like if I look like I'm up to something, now sometimes shit just happens, man.
So that's what I was going to touch on. Let's just, because I agree with you 100%. I think de-escalation and walking away is 100% effective most of the time, I would say, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's just say,
not
for
even
whatever
de-escalation,
reason,
just staying out the way of it, right? Like say, so
that's what I'm
like
saying. Of course, just avoid it, right? Just if you can, because
I've
most of you
watched this
can.
happen before. You walk out the store,
Yep.
it's some kids breaking in somebody's car. Hey, what are you doing? It ain't even your car.
Of course.
Stay out the way.
And I
That's how
100% agree.
people get themselves in situations that you don't need to be in. Stay out the way. Like if you
Yep.
if you're gonna do something, get away, call the police, whatever you do. But staying out of the way will keep you a whole lot safer.
My perspective on things is I am there, and this might sound kind of fucked up or like arrogant. My objective is to get myself and my family out safely.
Get home safe. Yeah, that's one of my favorite.
It is not It's not my
sayings.
responsibility to take care of you and your family if my family is in danger first. I could give two shits less.
No, I agree with. I kind of. You said it mean as hell, but I agree though. I agree.
I'm just saying, right? Like, so people are like, oh,
I can't disagree with that, bro. I can't expect somebody to, try to save somebody else if your family's in there. You'd be crazy. But all I'm saying is, no, I get it, man. We all train. We've all, I found this to be, and this was shocking to me. I don't know why.
Mhm.
I don't know why it was shocking to me. But I found out that most people that are very efficient or
Yep.
sufficient, I don't know which word I should be using,
Sure.
with firearms have never actually been in a real world situation. And most people who aren't, not most, but most of the people who have been in real world situations
Yep.
are not the most proficient people with firearms. It sounds a little weird, like they don't be the guys that's trained up, but those will be the guys that are more equipped to protect themselves. This is going to sound really crazy. They'll be more equipped to protect themselves because of their mindset and the environment and where they're from. They react differently.
Sure.
Oftentimes, when you're trained up in a professional setting and you do it this way, you're taught to think. You're taught that this is against the law. You're taught to look at my target that's behind what I'm shooting at. You're taught to keep my finger off the trigger till I'm ready to use. We taught all the safety rules, right?
Of course. Yep.
But in the real world, safety rules don't apply. It just happens. And when it happens, I don't even know what to tell you. I don't know what you're supposed to do, but just get down, get out the way. Like,
I agree. So to that point, I would say, and I agree with you to an extent. You can say that about car accidents, right? You do things to avoid it, but sometimes someone just fucking T-bones you at the green light.
Yeah.
So why not have the training to avoid it as best as you can? Because when shit pops off, most of the time you can't control it, right? Like you're saying, like in the streets, things happen to an extent, and you can't do anything about it. So I think you should be as prepared as possible for when that happens. You know what I mean? I'm not saying go in.
When you say prepared, I like to play devil's advocate again. When you say prepared, what do you mean?
To me, it's like I'm big on fundamentals, which I think everyone can always improve the fundamentals, right? That's an infinite experience bar, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no one that shoots that has 100% perfect fundamentals 100% of the time. So I think, like, I mean, again, it's relative to what you're doing and where you live and your skill level. So it's tough to say, but I think training, again, it's vague, but talking to an instructor, right? Having someone that's a professional at this sit with you, have a conversation about things, talk about grip or again.
Yeah, I want to.
That to,
I want to add on because something happened to a family member this week, and it kind of like got me like really bogged out because he should have known better for this shit. And when I sit
First of
back
all,
and
Are they okay? Everything good?
They in jail.
Oh shit!
You know
Oh, you
what I
mean that
mean?
way? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that way.
I
But
thought it was like an
it's
injury or
literally
like. Okay.
it's literally the same thing. It's literally
Okay.
the same thing that you're talking about,
Yep.
right? There's too many cowboys out there, bro, and they're gonna get themselves fucking killed.
I
There's too
agree.
many cowboys. This gun thing, for real, this gun thing is giving people a false sense of security.
Agreed.
And the training thing, a lot of this training thing, a lot of this, when I'm looking at training or I'm going to a class or something like that, a lot of this shit is offensive training. It's off, get them before they get them. And
Yep.
it's more tactical, or there's competition training too. But real life scenario, like learning the real fundamentals is stay out the way, learn not to shoot people. That's the real fundamentals. Do not shoot
I
people. My cousin's
I
in
agree.
jail. Well, let me tell you, my cousin's in jail right now for brandishing a fucking firearm because somebody pulled a knife out. I said, how far away was he? Oh, he was like 4 cars away coming my way. So that wasn't a threat, dude. If you perceive
Yeah.
it as a threat, no maiming, no shooting the fucking car tires. If it's a threat, finish him.
Neutralize the threat.
Finish him. This shit is not play. And it's just for responsible fucking people, bro.
I
If
agree.
you still playing in your head like I'm gonna do what they did in the class, that shit, you finished. You finished. The gun can't save you. You're gonna get your gun taken away from you if they real
Hey man,
official. Yo,
I
it's
was
for
in the
real.
class when I did my class, my instructor class. Shout out to Brian, man. He's a dope instructor. But when I did my class to become an instructor, right? There was a couple of police officers in there. I listened to people talk, like you kind of get to hear their mindset, their thought process, and it ain't. See, I don't like to glorify nothing negative like that, you know, because you know if you ever been through anything negative, or anything weird, or you lost people to violence, anything like that, it's not to be glorified. Like you know that ain't where it's at, right? You don't want to see that happen no more. You don't want to be seeing people
Agreed.
getting hurt or whatever the case is. But I would hear these guys, they talk so lost, man. You know, one of the most irritating things to me is when somebody talks and they're trying to explain the situation. So we did this type of training because, you know, if somebody came up behind me in the car, I learned how to shoot behind my neck because I'll be, and I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's kind of I know you hear it. And it's like,
And believe it or not, I'm glad
it don't
you
happen
mentioned
that way though.
Believe it or not, it's not just that it doesn't happen that way. More times, things don't happen than they really happen. It may seem like with the social media and this news over glorifying violence, but most of the time, shit really don't happen.
Yeah, I think if your instructor teaching you, let's just call it shooting behind your neck, you're at the wrong instructor, in my
No,
opinion.
no. I made that part up.
No,
But I was
I
hearing
know that.
guys telling,
I'm just saying,
I
like,
hear guys telling these stories about
of
what they would
course,
do if this happened. Or
but
I've
that's
seen
what I'm
guys
saying.
that train in some of the. I'm not gonna call it weird. I guess it's cool, right? Like it's that cool
Yeah, it's
tactical
dope.
training.
I like that stuff.
But most times it don't really get you out the jam. If you in a real jam, it don't really get you out of
It
it. Like,
don't. It don't. It don't. It don't. What
One,
gets you out of the jam is thinking, controlling your emotions. It's a lot of sensitive people out here, and these sensitive people are having road rage, shooting fucking people, or just feel somebody get scared and just shoot. If you don't got control of that, all the training in the world ain't gonna help you. It's gonna make you more of a liability. If you don't got your anger under control, if you can't manage yourself, if you can't manage your personal situation, your wife at home or your job, if you still getting mad, the training ain't gonna help you, bro.
I
Hey, Bill,
If you
agree.
still getting angry, training ain't gonna help you. If you mad at Armel,
I think people should train, and I think people should train to be comfortable and safe with their firearms. I think you should train for whatever you choose to train for. Become a better shooter, whatever the case may be.
for real
But
though, RGG.
I don't think you should mistake training for survival. And I'm not saying that training won't help you survive in certain situations, but I'm just saying don't let that be the thing, right? When one thing Armel did say, I agree with a few things, but one I agree with more than anything is I do think guns give people a false sense of security, right? Like
I would agree.
So imagine if we go somewhere that's perceived to be a pretty nice area, right? A firearm makes people a little uneasy, right? Maybe not so much in Florida, but definitely in most nice areas that you go to, somebody having a firearm makes people a little uneasy, right?
I'll be honest. Even in states where you can open carry, I get uneasy.
No, I believe that. I do too. So that being said, when you go to inner cities of Detroit, you go to Baltimore, you go to Chicago, guns don't scare people. They see it every day. It's sort of like you're not scaring me because you got a gun. Right?
What?
They like these
So-
young kids are really
Yeah.
I almost want to
Condition. What I think we need to focus on is mental health, man, because there's a lot of sick people out here, man. We
That's
don't know
a fact.
these people are.
I agree.
It's more
I agree with that.
people
You
need
ain't
to
gonna
get
agree.
mental. I mean, people, you think you need to be crazy or something to get mental health, but you got a toothache, you go to the dentist, you know, you got your foot hurt, you go to podiatrist. Go get your motherfucking feelings in check.
People
You
with
know what I
mental
mean?
health problems, most of them don't know that they have mental health problems or don't want.
That's why they need to go get it checked. Get a mental
That's a
checkup,
fact.
bro.
That's a
Well,
fact.
Go get a mental checkup. You know what I mean?
What you got to look
Because
at,
that's what's getting people killed out here. With all the training in the world, and some of this training is making these people more deadly, bro.
Let me read Ghetto's statement or question. He said, question for the guests on the panel: have you ever denied someone your services because you felt the person asking you to train them was getting trained for malicious intent? That's actually a great question.
Everybody with a gun got malicious intent in some way or another.
No, man.
Everybody that carry it.
I disagree.
I disagree with that.
I disagree with that tremendously.
So let me ask you a question since you disagree.
Yep.
The question I asked, right? You too, Hot Tub. The question I asked.
Yep.
If you get ran down on, right? You don't have no malicious intent, right? You gonna shoot him in the leg?
No.
Okay, you got malicious intent.
Hold on.
Into a situation.
Hold on.
No, bro,
it's not malicious intent if I'm protecting myself and my family.
Protecting yourself is malicious.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That's not. That was the case.
If you preparing to protect yourself, if you preparing,
hold on.
Yourself.
If self-defense was malicious, everyone that ever acted in self-defense would be in prison for life.
Well, that way, if you go to court, if you ever been to court, if you go to court, self-defense is the weakest fucking way the motherfucker.
I have been to court, Armel.
Yeah, I know, but that's the hardest shit to prove.
Well, the shit you're saying is not accurate at all, bro.
It's just my opinion, man.
Hold on, fellas. Let me let everybody know if they just coming in, man. It is Donation Friday. We have a P365 that I'm giving away tonight. P365 XL to be exact, with a Wilson Combat grip and a red dot on there. So the donations are $15. Cash App only. Right up under Hot Tub Tony, right there. Right down below over here is the Cash App. You can Cash App. You automatically enter it. Once you Cash App, we will be drawing names in about 35 minutes or so.
I'm gonna say this. I stayed quiet through it. I let Armel get his off, but going back to the original point that was made, I've seen some of the best shooters, and this is on the military, but it's still real world. I've seen some of the best shooters on the range fold under pressure and piss their pants when they get shot at. It all depends on what you're used to. I'd say in certain scenarios, a street person who's accustomed to violence on a daily basis, who's accustomed to gunfight, who's accustomed to seeing what the average person doesn't see on a day-to-day basis, they're more prone to react in a way that's gonna preserve their life. You know, if that makes sense to you.
Yep.
Like they know what to do in a certain situation, whether it be, and not every situation you're gonna gun it out and have a gunfight in the middle of the street. That's not realistic. If you got a chance to get away, most people gonna choose to get away. But if you're relying on your training, well, my trainer says I should have done this in this situation. Yeah, you could do that. But I'm here to tell you, I went through it. Y'all heard Bug's story last week. I went through a similar story. It's a lot that come with that. And that's what we never take into account when we have these discussions. I'm here to tell you, I come into this telling you from experience, when you pull that trigger, if you don't kill them, and any court you go to, go say, if you didn't kill them, guess what? You accountable, bruh. It's no longer a self-defense situation, because if it's a self-preservation type situation, the first thing they tell you is neutralize the threat. That means killing it. If you ain't got it in you to kill somebody, hey man, just get out the way.
And nobody really want to do that, man. I mean,
exactly.
Not civilized people. When you got something, when you get to a point where you got something to lose. See, I can remember a time when my mindset wasn't that, right? My mindset wasn't until I had my sons and life started to change for me a little bit. I'd be a lot more reckless. I didn't really care. Like you'll find yourself in bad situations. That's why you always hear me counting my blessings, because it's so many of my people that ain't here right now. And it's ironic that I can be into firearms and talk about this stuff. And I feel like when people are training, and even as an instructor myself, see, that's one of the things I do. I never claim to be the greatest shooter. I understand the fundamentals. I know how to use a firearm. I know my way around it. I get it. But a part of what I love to train people on is understanding more about your surroundings, situational awareness, knowing when something don't look right, stand out the way. Don't go to these places at this time of day. Don't try to up your gun on a drawn gun. Somebody come to you to rob you, get to them. A lot of people don't want to treat it that way. Some people want to be heroes, and then that hero game gets you whacked.
That cowboy shit.
What it's
saying. Yeah, it's different. So, and then oftentimes I can talk to people because I done seen it from both sides. When see, a lot of these guys, they claim to have seen everything from both sides of it, so they be capping. But I'm telling you, I get it. And then so you'll hear me talk like, nah, man, it ain't about being a tough guy, because most tough guys I know dead. If it's really just about, again, when I talk about staying out the way, bro, I love it. If you trained up and you got time to react and you've done this and it's second nature to you, yes, that train's gonna come in handy. It can help you out. But man, I promise you, I can promise you, most times we have to react to something when it happens in the real world.
Yeah, I was listening to
don't know what your adrenaline is gonna do. Everybody done been to the range.
That's what I'm talking about, Hot Tub.
You shoot alphas all day long, but you're gonna have a normal range session. You're gonna have 1 or 2 flyers, correct? Now,
I agree.
Put
100%.
that into a real world scenario.
I just
think,
I agree with
5 bullets into this person, but what about that one that just went left? And
Hot Tub.
I agree.
That's crazy.
I just think it's silly to dismiss. We shouldn't train because shit pops off.
I never said that. I never.
No, I'm not saying that either, bro.
I'm
not saying that either.
Take a lot. It's a lot to come with. If you don't have,
of course,
area that everybody can understand. If you don't have $75,000, $75,000 cash money, just set aside for when you shoot somebody to go to court, even if it's in a self-defense situation. If you don't have $75K set aside to go to court to pay the lawyer to get you out of the case, that's $75,000, and you still may not win that case. So if you don't have that, you need to think about the scenario that you're in. You need to think about, is this worth me pulling this gun out, or can I just walk the fuck away?
Yeah, the other side, right?
Wait,
I stress what RGG. I'm sorry, homeboy. I stress what RGG said, all of that, but I took it over the past couple of months, and especially like listening to Bug's story. You know what I mean? Bug got angry, bro. You know, he had his grandchild in the car. The emotion took control of that shit,
I
and
disagree, but that's your opinion. I disagree.
I was
just
gonna
how I
say,
read it. I don't.
hindsight always 2020, bro.
But
Yeah, that's how I seen it. But I'm just saying, and then I just know from way I seen Bug tell, from what I heard from Bug telling his story, and from what I seen, like say for instance, my cousin, and then I see a lot of this road rage junk. Nothing didn't happen with and some of the stuff I seen, but it's just like you got dad upset, and I know I've been in cases, I've been in cases where I got that upset, and out of all the moves I made in my life, right? All the bad moves was made out of emotion and not radical and not rational thinking, out of fear, out of the adrenaline rush or just anger. You know what I mean? If you can't, if that's why getting your mental and your spiritual check, bro,
Yeah.
is vital. That shit is vital, because if you not sound, bro, if you not in control of, you can't control what's going on outside in the world, what this cat is doing, what this cat is doing, what these group of cats is doing. You know what I mean? You see it, you prepare, but the only thing you really have control of is yourself, man.
See, so Pedro, I'm gonna say this to you. This is just me saying this to you. I actually don't disagree with anything you've
I
said.
don't either. I don't either.
Like I feel like people should train, man, because we right now we are in a 2A, we're on a 2A platform. So I encourage people, man, get as good as you can, as comfortable as you can with firearms, the whole 9 yards. I agree with that. But I'm
The
gonna tell
thing,
you, don't always, what some Armel said earlier, when you talk about that hero syndrome, or the firearm making people feel less vulnerable or tougher, right? Like you now I know I got this on me. So whatever the situation is, when something happens, it's one of the first things I want to do, because this gonna be my go-to, and that could be the worst move. You know where I'm from, you got your attitude got to be you. I didn't think when I was younger, but when you get older, man, you got to understand that you need to be in that mindset of, when I pull this gun, I'm either ready to die or go to jail. I gotta be mentally prepared for either one of them, because one of them gonna happen.
I
You
agree.
know,
I
in
think
most cases, like you gotta
Yeah.
prepare yourself for what it's gonna be. That's why it's so much easier. I'm telling, staying out the way gonna win more than jumping in the fight.
And this
I
is
agree with you. I
this
think
is
people.
like I say. Now I'm all for a training. I'm not knocking nobody for getting training. If you're training to be a competition shooter, have at it. But if you're not training to be a competition, you out here training for like CQB, you're not gonna do that. If you want to do CQB, take your ass to the military like I did.
no, I think I disagree with you,
Don't
Hacho,
no, I don't. Well, you can disagree with that
because I think I do
because
it
if
because it's fun.
what
But you can't do it for
reason,
fun, man.
Oh shit!
what real world
I
reason
ain't
do you
doing that
have to
shit for
kick
no
in
real life
somebody's door?
scenario. I ain't doing the shit for no real life scenario. I'm doing it just for fun, the camaraderie, the be around people. I go to the range, go meet up with my man DC Money and them. We go out and shoot. We have fun. We chop it up. It feel good. It's like that. Go to
It's a sport, man. It's hard to get people to look at it like a sport. Like,
yeah.
I
You
if we go to the range,
we
me and
talking
Pedro go hang out, and we go to the range, it's almost the equivalent of us hanging out going bowling.
we
yeah.
talking two different things. Going to the range and
Is that training
for
though?
the sport
Is that training though?
of it. I agree with that. I do that. But what I'm
I
saying
go to
is that
range. I hang out.
you got a segment of trainers that are training people for unrealistic scenarios. I'm just gonna say it. If you training for real life scenarios, you live in the city. What you doing CQB training for? What is the practical purpose of that? What am I
Now
talking
they can
about?
make
So,
up.
Right,
The
you
trainer
live
can make up.
you
Let
live
me ask you a
you
question,
live
Hot
you
Tub.
live in Oswego, but you training like you live on
Yeah, let me ask you
in
that
O
question,
Block.
Hot Tub. Let me ask you that question because I be on the phone with this jump out of the helicopter dude named Joe Vibe, right? Yo, so I chop it up with Joe Vibe.
Hey, Joe Va, he's throwing shots at you, bro.
Yeah, I'm throwing shots at him. So you know, Joe Vibe could tell 8 million reasons how CQB can be used in everyday purposes. Me, I look at it as if I'm doing a CQB thing. I look at it as just fun. It's just doing something like these kids playing airsoft. It's nothing. You just, doing a little, having a little fun.
now,
But
Joe,
and
what's
hold
the
up,
difference
hold up,
between you
hold
and
up,
Joe
hold
Bob?
up, hold up, hot tub.
Oh,
Hold
go
up.
ahead.
I'm gonna do a roadblock to you.
Go ahead, Brian. You said nothing. Go
Now,
ahead.
the thing I don't like about the thing, and it might sound stupid, the thing I don't like about training is there is the other side is using the words that the 2A is using. Everybody needs training, and then they're gonna mandate this training before you can get your firearms. And we the ones that's pushing that shit.
I'll be honest. I think we could use more education and training in the community.
So I don't like the damn word. I think cats need more mental health, bro, because
Yeah,
that's what's killing everybody.
I don't disagree, but
He
there's a
won't
lot
pay
of
you
people
enough,
out
bro.
there.
Yeah, but
I don't disagree with
if I'm
you.
doing a
Mike pay
CQB,
him
bro,
enough.
if
Regulate.
I'm doing a
You cannot
CQB,
regulate mental health training. You
I'm
cannot
doing that
force
shit
them
for
to
fun.
get no
You
mental
know what I
health.
mean? If I'm building out my gun, I'm doing that shit for fun. Because to me, my weapon is my mind, bro. This shit don't do nothing for me.
Dave, I don't know how many people are over 60. I don't know if everybody want to tell their age, but I think that's a great question and thought. So think about the different people too, Pedro. I'm glad Dave said that because it made me
Mhm.
think of something. People, there's different. We different size people. We got bigger people. You got older people.
For sure.
You got ladies. You got all types of stuff, right? Everybody can't train the same way, correct? So
Agree.
let's just say I'm a person that can't move around physically
Sure.
like Jay West can, right?
Sure.
And he's more physically fit than me, so he can go and train a certain way. How would you advise me if I can't get up and move around like that and be that active? How am I supposed to train? What would be training for me?
I mean, I'm not. That's a loaded question because I don't fucking know.
What if you
but
stuck in your chair like Zach?
but yeah,
like
I think
Zach's stuck in a chair right now. So he needs to
here's
know.
a great I think point for training and stuff. How many people that you know have taken or plan to take or actively take a medical class, like Stop a Bleed, for example?
No, you know what? That's a great. Not very many, bro. That's why.
So, like,
So
when I say
doctors
training,
sent
I
you
don't mean
all
like
those
go
guns.
out and do like a combat fighter pistol class or like a fucking carbine assassin. Like, we're talking Stop a Bleed. That's more that'll come more in handy than some kind of pistol class or like assault
100%.
class.
Now,
I agree.
I can agree with that,
I
but
agree. I couldn't
I,
disagree more.
I'm
I
saying,
mean, I couldn't agree more. My bad.
I, I'm
I agree with you 1,000% on that, bro. I
to,
think so. The brother that sent you all those slides, that's
I
Dr.
mean, great
Brian.
example. Yeah,
That's exactly what he does. Matter of fact,
of
he'll be at a
course.
Meetup 5 in Atlanta this year or next year,
But that's what I'm
and
saying.
we'll be
Like,
giving free Stop the Bleed classes. See, I be one to inform people on stuff, man. But I'm also one of the people I don't never want nobody to feel bad, right? Like I don't want nobody to feel out of place, because some guys do
of
certain
course.
things other people don't do, or they don't. You might do this stuff more. You might have more time on your hands or more whatever. But it's cool,
I
man.
mean,
I think everybody should educate themselves as much as possible. Be efficient with your firearms. Get the Stop the Bleed classes. Learn as much as you can, man. I think all of that could come in handy. Imagine that. Everything don't got to be a gunshot.
but that's what I'm saying. I don't think just because someone shoots 20,000 rounds and someone else shoots 1,000, they're a better like 2A person than the next one. Do you know what I mean?
I don't either. I agree with that.
Like, I don't think like Jason and like Bush and like Colin, the guys you met at that league, they shoot an absurd amount, right? I think there's like 4 matches a week probably. Who does that realistically? Not a lot of people. And I don't consider them a better like gun owner or to an enthusiast than myself or the next
I
person.
looked at it. I had a conversation
You know what
I had a conversation with my man DC Money, right? Because he's getting into this loaded. I don't know what you call that shit, right? So he's making ammo and shit, right? So he was like, so I'm looking at the price. I'm looking at the numbers. It's like you're not really saving no money. He said, it's like in here. He said for the amount that he shoot, you know what I mean? It adds up. So I was like, God damn, these cats be making like the average person in America, right? Makes about $47,000 a year. You know what I mean? If you spend if you spend 10% of that, damn man, that's after taxes, man. People don't got no money for fucking training, bro. I mean, for all that ammo. You know what I mean? The average person, and I sit there and it's like, God damn, because it was presented to me. I was like, $47,000, yo. That shit couldn't even buy me like I couldn't even fathom.
Hey, you about to diss somebody.
I can't, but I'm just saying though. But I'm saying,
about
and
to
then you
diss
throwing
somebody.
all this $200 training in there, right? I'm out here struggling, right? I'm out here struggling. The $200 training, right? Okay, $200 training. How much training do you need? And what are you training for anyway? How much
That
training do you need, and what are you training for? Billy's question.
Here's the other side of that. You can
Yeah,
train
but
at home. You can train at home for free.
that man.
I know I got a mantis from
I'm
RGG.
trying to tell you. But this is my thing. If you
That
out there
ammo shit crazy.
if you doing the kick door training, you could easily do that at like you said, y'all brought up airsoft. You could do that airsoft. But if you ain't, you brought up Jovar. Jovar was in the military. It makes sense. I was in the military. It makes sense. That's what we're used to. That's the type of training that we come from. So we got that training. If you out here, you ain't never been in the military, you ain't never seen no side of combat. If you want to do CQB that bad, take your ass to the military. They got a place for you. They'll CQB you all day long.
Yo, it's cats like me, 51 years old, bro.
But
We ain't got no
you
damn.
should have done it when you was from 18
I
to
did
40.
it.
You had an opportunity to do all of that. Be trying to
Yo, that shit ain't for everybody, hot
don't
dog.
be trying to relive your glory days now.
I ain't
Because
trying to relive nothing.
what a lot of them cats do that's in that world, a lot of them ain't never been to the military. And if you start to look at their background, they got a lot of militias in there. And when you start tipping your toe in that world, hey, guess what? You on the list, partner. You on the list.
But you can teach a
that
person some basic fundamentals. Just teaching your fellow brother some basic fundamentals about a firearm could go a long way.
Yeah.
I think to touch on Amel's point, training is expensive, and ammo is also, I mean, especially nowadays, way more expensive than it used to be. Like we do a lot of like giving back to like veteran nonprofits and just like local people like PDs and fire departments. I think, and this is just my opinion, if
facts, OG Tank.
If training is too expensive or inaccessible for, we'll call it lower income or like middle class,
the average American.
Sure, the average American, sure. Then I think that's more a 2A issue than an actual financial issue.
Well, they needed to, but for real, somebody came up with some proposal, man, to teach a lot of this firearm safety stuff and fundamentals is part of your daggone public education, bro. You learn that shit when you're young. And if you get into firearms, you get into it. That's your choice. But you should know that shit from early.
Yeah, I agree with that. I ain't got no issue with that.
I love this. I love this thing, man. I'm gonna tell you. So, like I say, I'm never ashamed to admit it, because even when I first came online, I know people will call you out on that stuff, right? They'd be like, "Oh man, bro, my logo, my very first logo." Shout out to Ghost Tactical for doing that logo for me. And I was holding an AR pistol on there that had a cheap ass red dot on the top, and the dot was on backwards. You're not hearing me right now.
Yeah, it was on backwards.
Yeah, it was literally on back. It's on my logo. I still use the logo from time to time. and it's on my logo for 2.5 years, where the red dot was on backwards. When I first came into the game, see, I never knew nothing about red dots, none of that stuff. But here goes the craziest part that always sound weird to people. I wasn't new to guns. That's messed up, ain't it? I wasn't in any way new to guns. I was just new. I'm new to this side of it, right? Like the whole
side,
technical 2A training
enthusiast
and
side.
fundamental
To
side.
your defense, the Coast Guard posted a picture about it with everything wrong, and it went through multiple chains of approval, and they still fucking used it. So, like, if the Coast Guard can go through that many levels of approval and post a picture that everyone found absurd, then, like, what kind of level of training do we all have? You know, like, what does that say about the general consensus of, like, training or knowledge or
Hey,
education?
Jay, I didn't come in the game with no homies, man. I came in this by myself. So it's like, I started learning on the fly. That's why this whole platform and community of guys and people that I meet mean a lot to me, because I've learned so much along the way. Because you just meet like-minded people, everybody, we kind of come up and learn together. That's just been the story of my channel. People follow me on this journey, see me get better, see me learn more. I learn from them. They learn from me. That's, to me, that's what it's all about anyway. Because we kind of all in the same space.
I'm the same here. I'm just the same here. I learned a lot about firearms. I grew up around firearms. It wasn't never my real interest. But a lot of the stuff that I'm learning, I learned from just, online, like this channel, and just actually the engagement, the actual meeting people, the network and the connections that I'm learning. I just learned from that. But it's not like training. I'm just hanging out.
But
It's a social engagement.
I think Mega hit on something with what he just said, and I'm here to testify that. Now you put me behind the AR, hey man, I'm cool with it. But the military, the average soldier don't, unless you're an officer, you ain't carrying a handgun.
A pistol the first.
So when I came into this, I had to learn the pistol side.
I'm still learning the pistol side. DC Money teaching me the pistol side, because I still don't know that
wrong
shit.
with that. I'm humble enough to ask them questions. I ask a silly ass question. Y'all, some people might think it's silly. That's not my ministry.
I don't know.
Why would you? But why though? Listen, any people will tell you they meet me, man. I have zero problem asking somebody a question that I don't know the answer to.
But what do we consider that training? Like some form of training?
I think that's training when you ask.
But that's what I'm saying.
If you're willing to learn more and get more comfortable around the firearms and stuff like that, man, I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I said this when I got here, and man, I've been doing this now on this side of it for over 3 years. But there's so much more gun stuff that goes on in Florida. I'm learning, right? Like, it's so many guys that do this shit. So many guys that's shooting competition, instructors, trainers, man. I've met so many guys, and everybody's willing to give you game. That's
then
not
there's so many lanes. It's so many lanes that you can go into. It's
100%.
like some people do the competition side, then some people do the self-defense side, then some people do the tactical or the CQB side. It's kind of like there's so many lanes of interest that a person could get into without being committed. But what I'm finding out now is this shit stopped being fun, because if you ain't doing this, you whack. Or man, this is bullshit. Do the fuck you want to do?
Oh, you whack though. I don't give a fuck. You laugh at me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I do what the fuck I want to do.
I go to classes to ask questions.
I don't like say, for
I learn
instance,
from
like,
people who know more than me. Roadblock.
Hey, y'all stupid.
I
man.
learned a lot from Roadblock.
Yeah,
I think.
But
I learned a lot from Roadblock, man. I've learned. I can run down a list of people. Zach, I can literally run down a list of people that I've learned a ton of stuff from.
Yeah,
over the years.
I mean, it don't get it. We shouldn't get into that mode where we're gonna down the person who don't know.
They do that shit, though.
I told you my only issue with it. That is one side of the house. I feel like if that's the route you're going and you don't come from that, then it's another place for you that'll teach you a whole lot better. Because there's a lot of people out there that's teaching this type of training just to sell you stuff. They just trying
Yeah,
to
but
tell
you do it for fun. Understand what you buying.
high end optics.
Understand what you buying.
I
Understand what you
want
buying.
to say something before we start drawing the names. So y'all got about 10 minutes before we draw the names. We're giving away a P365 XL tonight. If you donate it back on the 13th, your name is going to automatically go on the wheel. And if you donate tonight, obviously your name go on the wheel. Donations are $15 tonight. 365 XL, you'll be responsible for transfer and shipping costs on that firearm. But if your name is chosen tonight, you win it. So appreciate you, Bang TV, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Also, there was some stuff I wanted to say. Two things. One, I got the website, a new website that's up right now. This is it on the screen. I was talking to you guys about merch earlier. It looked like most people chose the #1 shirt. Site is pretty simple now. We're going to be releasing new merch every month. So I'm just releasing this, which is community versus everybody. We got shirts from small up to 6XL. When you buy a shirt, you get a patch with it, as well as you get an entry. The first giveaway we do is going to be an SRO. So every time you buy an item, you be entered into a giveaway. So we're going to try to get the dopest items I can get to give away each time that we do one. And you'll qualify just when you buy the merch. And I'm going to try to make all the shirts, pretty decent that we can, I'll release one every month. So this will be the October release. And then, we'll be doing it every month after that. So it'll be a different design every month. There'll be a limited edition. Once that one's gone, it's gone. And then we'll just go on to the next one. So that I wanted to make sure I told y'all that. Also on the site, when you scroll down, you're going to see this, which is it's just a little bit about the meetup. So if you guys don't know, regular meetup, Arm 5, A5 is what it's titled. It's in Atlanta, the weekend, June 5th, 6th, and 7th. So June 6th and the 7th are the days of the actual meetup. We're going to do early bird tickets starting next week. Check your email. The ticket site right now is ready. It's live. The only thing we're waiting on now is the actual hosting hotel link. So, that's just the way that's going to go. And be on the lookout for that. All right. So I could put it's regulargunguy.com. So regulargunguy.com is the site. And that's where all the information is going to be with the new merch. And that's that. Hey, Zach, we got a troll in here, man. Kick him out for me. Ban him. Get him out of here. Clown.
Well, whoever runs the SRO, just make sure you don't drop it.
Yeah. Hey, Pedro, not a big SRO fan. All right, man. We get back on this the whole conversation. I'm about to get the wheel ready.
Q said something that really I'm a big advocate for. That situational awareness, bro. Know your surroundings. That'll keep you out of a whole lot of stuff.
Big facts, man.
If your spider sense is going off, if you out in the real world and your spider sense is going off, that's your mind telling you don't need to be in that whatever situation you in. You need to remove yourself from. That ain't where you need to be. That can eliminate a lot of your issues right there.
Well, I know it's something, man. Sometimes
hey, Brendan, my bad, man. Hey, look, my bad, bro. Let me apologize to Brendan. Zach, don't kick him out. I thought I read that wrong. So let me tell you about my education. I don't even want to get into it. But I read that wrong. I thought he said, how did you get the giveaway you're about to do? But he said, how did you get in the giveaway you about to do? My apologies, brother. Yeah, it's just a Cash App on the screen, man.
Yeah. So the thing is, I want to say what I want to say about situational awareness, and I figured out. I've noticed something I know I do.
Yeah,
when I'm in a foreign environment or an environment, is something that my grandmother taught me. Is just be courteous, just speak. How you doing? And just from that, you can establish. You can see the tone of the environment you're in. Common courtesy.
That's true.
Always speak. If you speak,
Kinda.
you let them know that you're not the threat. If they respond a certain way, you know that they may be.
I do think communication can solve
A lot
a
of
high
shit.
percentage of situations.
Yeah, common courtesy.
there are
That big
certain
grandma taught us.
situations and certain environments where speaking don't go the way you would think.
But you know that's a hostile environment.
Right. I'm from the South. Everybody speak, even in the hostile areas. You say what's up, somebody gonna say what up back
Yeah,
to
but then if you say what's up, somebody say what's up. You know, if
you. But
you
that
speak to
what's
them,
up
they less
everywhere.
likely to.
It don't work like that everywhere because some areas, some places in the country, you say what's up, they take that as you trying them. But
Yep.
Yeah,
I
you
just
got to know your surroundings.
that must be Georgia, man. Fucking
No,
hostile people.
no, it's actually
Fucking hostile people.
Florida too. Florida, there's some depending where you go, it's the same thing.
Yeah, man, that's that Florida, Georgia shit, man.
no, that's everywhere. It's certain areas
That's
everywhere.
everywhere.
That's not here.
Well, you stay in Candyland, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Speak to you, they might not speak back
No,
to you.
that's not the world I live in. So, but just knowing your surroundings, and that you ain't even got to be on that tough guy. I'm gonna shoot up the whole world type shit. If you in somewhere you know you don't need to be, that ain't where you come from. That ain't where you really hang out at. Hey man, if you got to be there, be aware of your surroundings and do what you got to do and get on out of there. But I would suggest that while you there in the first place, you really don't need to be in that environment. But if you there, handle your business and get on about your business.
That's fact.
That eliminate a lot of your problems right there. Situational awareness is something that not everybody has.
Yeah, I like to check the temperature.
There it is. That's a good way to put it. I couldn't have said it better.
Yeah,
Check
yeah,
the
yeah.
temperature.
That's good right there, Armel.
I like
Definitely check the temperature.
Check the temperature, man, before you sit your ass in that water. Check the temperature.
I'll get these names on the list here.
Yeah, man. But it's all good. I got love for you. I just think that the government gonna turn that word training against this whole shit. Cause it's something that that a majority of the people that's heavy into it keep reiterating. And what I noticed the pattern in politics, they use your own words against you.
I
Yeah.
think this might be a
It's
hot
an
take. I
echo
think
chamber.
some training should be mandatory.
Oh
I
shit.
think a better word like
Oh shit.
education or something like that would
yes,
be
just say it different.
yeah.
That's a different moment. Because once you start mandating training, hey man, that's a slippery slope right there.
I agree,
Just so
Yeah.
just
but for example, to
being
go back
aware.
on that on the previous point that we all agreed on, Stop the Bleed is free and no one does it.
True.
Man, some workplaces it's mandatory. I know
Yeah,
if you
but
work in a I
I
know if
agree
you
with you,
work in
but
a hazardous environment,
like why not make
it's mandatory training.
like Stop the Bleed? And I understand it's a slippery slope, but why not make something like that mandatory? Well, there's only benefits from it, and it's free. So like, what's again? Slippery
Yeah.
slope. We can all agree on this, but like certain things, I do think everyone could benefit from. You know what I mean?
But the stop the bleed stuff, couldn't they teach that in school early in the years?
Yeah, but depending on where you go to school, like my high school was a fucking shit show. It was terrible. So we didn't learn anything about like CPR, stop the bleed. We didn't learn any of that.
Well,
Me
that's
either.
You
stuff
know?
that that's basic stuff. That shit more important than calculus.
Yeah, I don't disagree
You know what I
in
mean?
certain situations.
Just
You know,
like basic civics, you know what I mean? Basic civics, learning how to be a good citizen, you know what I mean, is more important than a lot of the bullshit they teach, you know what I mean?
They teach civics in school though.
Yeah, but they don't teach us like how to help each other, how to stop the bleed. They barely teach CPR, you know what I mean?
That's not civics though, bro. I see where you're going with that. Not
But
civics.
I'm not saying it's civics, but neighborly, just being a productive citizen. You know what I mean? Knowing how to help yourself and the person next to you. You know what I mean? They don't teach finances. I think this whole system to keep people broke, bro. You gotta. It's a help yourself. This is a help yourself country, man. You gotta figure this shit out on your own, because it ain't no book.
That's where communities like these come into play. When you have
Right,
people around
right,
interested,
right,
hey man, each one teach one.
right.
If
But
if
it's
the
not no institution.
if the adults don't want to learn, hey man, find some kids in your neighborhood. Start teaching them.
I ain't
You
teaching this
got
kid
you
shit.
got rapport with the young folks in your neighborhood. Start there. Well, start somewhere.
I ain't teaching these kids shit.
Well, that's
But
you, bro. I done
yeah,
said
that's that. Yo, everybody neighborhood different. Y'all in my
that's
neighborhood.
good. I understand. If you have a rapport with them,
Hey, Hato, you know what? You know Armel. You know he
I
over there in he on the
already
East Coast,
right.
Beverly Hills, man.
And even them kids,
Kid shit.
hey, let me tell you something. They ain't shooting up the school. They ain't shooting up schools in the hood. So yeah, them kids where you at can learn, can take a stop to bleed class too. If them,
Yeah,
you
they
better
could. They
better ask
definitely
for
could. I think they do
Georgia.
though. I think they do in between there. I think they do though. I
Okay,
think they do.
all right.
I'm not sure because I got elementary school. You know what I mean? I'm not in the big kid school yet.
I got kids in the big kid school. Most of them don't teach that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do have some classes in certain high schools that do, but for the most part, you don't see it. But that
Yo,
should.
the crazy shit, hot tub. They teach him how to take care of a damn baby in the health class, but they won't see stop the bleed.
You do know that it's, and I'm gonna go into the political side. You do know you can change that in every high school. Take your,
I don't know. I don't know if
yeah,
they do
I'm
that
trying
around
finna
here,
tell
but I know when I was in
you,
high
take
school.
your ass to a school board meeting, put
You,
it to the vote, put it up forward and say, hey, I think these high schoolers, whatever age group you think, need to learn to stop the bleed class. They'll vote on it. Chances are you don't nobody show up to school board meeting, so chances are you it's a pretty strong you'll get it implemented.
nah, they
That's that.
show up here.
Because I'm here to tell you, I don't go to all of them, but I do at least
They
do two,
show up here.
three.
School board meeting like a goddamn party for adults.
And they
I
don't
agree with Jay right
nobody
here.
push your agenda in the school. If you want that in the school, you can push that in the school very easily.
Yeah, it's
2A
something like
Raiders. The
stop the
meetup
bleed.
in Atlanta, man, is June 6th and 7th that weekend. June 5th, 6th, and 7th, because we have a women's conference on Friday morning. We do our meet and greet on Friday night, range day Saturday morning, and then we do the big event on Saturday night that ends it. So
We'll be
tickets,
there, I think.
early birds are going to go start next week. What is today's date? It's going to start on. We should be set up and ready to go. Whatever next Wednesday is, the 3rd.
Hot tub, you gonna be there this year,
2nd.
man?
Hey
So
man,
October 2nd, we're gonna run out the early birds and we're gonna start.
it ain't no question about it. It's here.
Hey,
I know, I know, I
we
know. Them
ain't.
Georgia
I'm
boys
gonna tell
don't be
y'all
in
right now,
Georgia.
man. I usually don't get into this, but I'm not playing with Hot Tub this time.
Well,
Yeah,
if you don't
I
show
yeah,
don't. It can't get no closer to him.
show
yeah.
up at the house.
Hot tub is a no call, no show ass nigga.
Hey man,
Man,
life happens. Life
You
yeah.
ain't
happens.
gotta tell me, man.
It's not gonna be hard for me to make this.
I will say this 1,000%. Now we saw how fast Nashville sold out. That was crazy. Thomasville sold out, not as fast. And Ohio, we had tickets pretty much most of the way. Atlanta gonna sell out fast.
Yeah.
There's unless something weird happened, there's no way Atlanta don't sell out fast, man.
Should be a
Yeah,
fun one.
hot tub. I gotta mess with you in person, man.
Hey man, let me tell you something. If I didn't show up to this one, half of the city that's on here in this chat be at my door. There's a lot of people though. There's a couple people.
Exactly. So he coming to get you, boy, if you ain't.
It's a couple people know exactly where I stay at. They gonna come and get me. Corey know where I stay. I think Bullet know where I stay. I'll be there, bro. There ain't no question about it.
Yeah, man. That was so that you look forward, man. I have my playlist set up. It's like me and Hot Tub
We're
going
gonna
chop.
see a lot of people, man. We're gonna see Hot Tub. Well, Tactical Tina be there every year anyway, but we're gonna Atlanta Print, I'm sure gonna be there.
Oh yeah, he gonna be
We
there.
didn't get to see. We're gonna see a lot of people, man.
Yeah. So yeah, man. The
There's
Hot
a lot
Tub better be there, man.
around this area, so yeah, that ain't a hard one.
It'd be dope to have the meetup like a couple of times a year, RGG.
Don't do that, man.
Yeah, man.
It's stressful enough having it once a year.
Yeah, man. Do that.
I wish I could see everybody a couple times out the year, man.
Yeah, twice a year, man.
Where you at now? You can.
Yeah. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. I hope we're gonna have Tampa Gun Works out there. We're gonna try to get Pedro on, man, as a sponsor for the meetup.
We'll be there for sure. We got a couple toys to bring out for everyone.
All right, sounds like a plan. It's gonna be a lot of fun out there, man. So I got this wheel ready to go. I posted the site actually out there if anybody want to get in on the shirts. I'm gonna be posting more about that too. Just being another way to support as well.
Yo, you don't know how sick I was by missing it last year, man.
Hey, man, don't trip, man. Don't trip.
I was sick. Literally.
It's okay, man. It's going. You know what? And it's going to happen every year, man. Sometimes people things come up. You can't always make it, man.
I'm gonna tell you this though. When I do come out, bring your cameras. It's gonna be.
Ain't nobody gonna take your picture of your ugly.
It's gonna be a show. I'm a fool, bro. I'm a very.
Hey, all I'm asking, man, is that you keep your shirt on.
I make no promises.
And don't walk around with the gag mask.
I make no promises.
Come on, man.
Hey, man, clothing is optional when you're dealing with Hot Tub. Baby oil on dick.
I ain't showing up.
Nah, yeah, kids be there, man. Retain yourself.
Hey, man, see your kids to the room at the meet and greet. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
What they say on South Park, I thought this was America.
Yo, you was at Diddy parties. You was at Diddy parties.
I don't have a picture of the range, Mr. Dixon. I'm gonna have to hit up KD, see if he can send me some pictures of the range. Range is gonna be at the Greenwood Project, man. Kevin Dixie's range just outside.
He ain't ready. He ain't ready. Yeah, but yeah.
Let me pull this wheel up here so we can get us a winner of the P365 XL. Oh, hold on. I ain't put my mans on there. I ain't see Mega come through on me. I said through. Bro.
Yeah, you said Mega come through. He coming through you?
I said through.
Okay.
Hey, I ain't see Mega get in the giveaway.
Okay, say that like that then.
Damn. This shit is terrible, boy.
Hey, man, you said it.
Any updated news, Hot Tub? From that say a different case that's going on.
Oh yeah, they got the book out.
The
Kim Porter book. I listened to it.
The Kim Porter book?
Yeah, I listened to it on YouTube. They said it's fake, but that shit sound real to me.
They got an audio. It's an audio?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
It might be fake. Don't nobody know for sure if it's real.
It sound realer than a motherfucker. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna say this, and I know somebody in the chat ain't gonna like it. Cassie ain't no victim. Cassie a co-conspirator.
All of them are. J-Lo, whole 9 yards. That book that audio thing so crazy. They got him setting up Notorious Big to get killed, boy.
Hey, Armel, how long did you sit on YouTube listening to it?
It was like an hour and some change. You know, I work for the government and shit, right? So I sit in the truck all day. The shit just ride. I miss it live. I listen to it the next day. You know what I mean? I sit in the truck all day, bro.
I'm with
So everybody that donated on the 13th, as promised, your name is on this wheel, as well as everybody that donated tonight. So we're finna get ready to spin this wheel. Like right now, I'm just trying to make sure I ain't miss nobody. I'm shuffling it up. We're gonna get this out the way. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Hot Tub, while you here, count me down, man.
Well, we count down from 10 to 5.
5 is cool.
5,
Shuffle, shuffle.
4.
Uh-huh.
Straight to the game.
Yes, sir.
Deuce is always good.
Deuces.
1 for the love.
And we gone. Wheel is spinning, baby. 45, 65, 75, 85. Who's gonna be the lucky winner tonight? Did he count himself down? Oh, BTG. I thought that said
I thought it was me.
HTT. All right, bust them guns. Where he at? Bust them guns.
Bust some guns. Got donated to the channel with all that hot shit he got.
I don't like the way you said that.
He got that hot shit. I be watching this video.
That made me uncomfortable, Lauren, man.
Ain't nothing in the world make you uncomfortable, Hot Tub. Ain't nothing in the world make you uncomfortable.
Oh, damn.
It's very little that makes me uncomfortable.
Hey, somebody better fire BTG.
Where he at, man?
He don't,
man.
Hey, man, he gonna pull one of my numbers and gonna be down to the last second.
BTG videos be like, damn. He be putting the shit in the case, shadow boxed, everything. Beautiful.
Get
I
over.
like beautiful
You
shit.
on 13?
BTG shit
How
be
long
beautiful.
BTG? Because that clock ticking.
I'm gonna give him a couple minutes.
He said
He's in here.
He said he's coming.
Are he out there?
Yeah, he said he's coming right now.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations to BT Jizzle.
Yeah, he be bringing them. He be bringing them things on YouTube, man.
Yeah, he got some heat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like the way he do his. I like the way he's doing his thing, man.
You like the way he be scraping and scrambling?
Yeah, I like that shit. I like his style. I like his style, man.
You on your dick tonight?
Nah, there's too many corny cats in the gun game, man. They don't put nothing into. They don't put they themselves into their guns. You know what I mean? They just got gun.
So I don't think you're supposed to put yourself in your gun. That's not how.
If it's yours, it's yours. Yeah, you can have the same car as I got. You can have the same car as I got. Your shit is alright, but it ain't quite like this.
Yo.
What
up, baby?
Dog?
What up, fellas? What's going on?
How's it going?
Congratulations to you, man.
Thank you. Hey, Hot Tub, don't be trying to count me down.
Hey man, all's fair in love.
Hey, he told him to hurry up, boy. Hot Tub said, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, I'm up in here. That's right on time there.
Congratulations, young man.
Oh man, it ain't nothing you ain't already got.
Oh man, never enough, RGG, never enough.
I know how I go, brother. Congratulations to you, man. I appreciate you donating. I want to show it to you, but let me say that different. I want to show you a photo of the firearm. Let me see. Maybe I can do it.
Oh, okay. Oh, with that Wilson, that's the Wilson combat grip on there?
Wilson combat grip on there. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice there.
Yeah, you good to go, brother.
Oh, I appreciate that.
So, just shoot me an email, man, with your info and FFL info and all of your info, and look and keep checking your email, because then I'll send you over the transfer and shipping costs, and I actually get this thing out tomorrow for you.
Oh, okay, that'll work. As soon as you send it over, then I'll cash app you for the shipping and the transfer.
My man, appreciate
BTG,
you, brother.
Where you at in Virginia?
Oh no, I'm in Delaware, close to Virginia, but I'm Delaware.
Oh, okay.
You over there by Sleepy Joe?
Damn, yeah, Sleepy Joe right down the road.
Yeah, yo, I don't know what's up, man. I've been watching these Delaware cats. That other guy, Simple Tactical out there. What is his name?
I thought Delaware had like strict rules.
Yeah, they changed our laws in 2022 and jammed us up.
But you got some everything. So they had a grandfather clause?
Yeah, anything you had, you was good. And they left a loophole where we can build off the strip lower as long as you set it up right. So everything now, AR wise, I'm pretty much building.
Oh, okay.
Man, I feel bad for y'all, man. But yo, if you ever come out over to the Northern Virginia area, DM me, man.
I will. I know
Yeah.
you got some mean stuff over there.
That doesn't sound bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, how far are you from those areas like Virginia and
like 2 hours?
Yeah, so depending on where you at, like I'm about 2.5 hours from DC. I'm right in the middle. I'm like a half hour from Philly. I'm 45 minutes from Baltimore. So I'm right in that sweet spot. Couple hours from New
So
York.
you by Wilmington over up there, Newark
Yeah,
area.
exactly.
Because my sister live in Selma.
Okay, so she's downstate.
She's downstate, like right
you
across
you
from
are, you an
DC.
hour from New York City?
I'm a couple hours from New York.
Okay.
Hour from Atlantic City.
You can get to anywhere pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle. I'm right in the middle.
Do y'all got some good ranges in Delaware? Outdoor?
No, we don't. We don't have no outdoor. We got a state range, but the only outdoor is skeet shoot. Everything else is indoor.
DC Money go out to Delaware. He go out to Delmarva.
Yeah, that's downstate.
Yeah,
now it is one outdoor spot downstate, but that's like an hour and a half from me.
Yeah, DC Money go to out Delmarva, go shoot competition and shit.
Yeah, that's about an hour and a half ride downstate from where I'm at.
But ain't Delaware a pretty small state in any way?
Yeah, 2 hours you can be from end to end.
Yeah,
I mean, from tip to tip. And crossways is narrow. So
I'm
just
gonna
like
need you to hurry up and say that different if you don't.
Yeah, tip to tip, you know. No Diddy.
Them Navy guys said nothing but.
Yeah, same difference. You know, that's his region right there. You know, that's where he operated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you make it, Art man. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna let you make it.
Hell no, man. Hey, so all right. Now Delaware got some weird laws. You said everything, but everything around you for the most part is pretty open.
Yeah, PA is still wide open. I mean, Jersey laws are what they are, so they restrict it. Maryland is what it is. You're familiar with that from Burner Girl situation.
Yeah,
but
Maryland almost like you guys, right?
Yeah, they almost made our thing. It was almost a little bit worse. If it wasn't for the loophole that was left in there, like them lower receivers, we're getting them under firearms, and that's how we're building.
What about what about magazine capacity and all that?
Well, we capped at 17, but if you got a CCW, then the cap don't apply to you.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
What about a waiting period?
No waiting period.
At all?
Nah. The only thing they just implemented the permit to purchase. So the first time buyers now, you got to go through the class, just like you're getting your CCW, you got to do the training. So you may as well get your CCW, because if you got a CCW, the permit to purchase don't apply.
So you can walk in and walk out the same day?
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty cool then.
Yeah, it's not that bad. But it was a problem looking for a solution, looking for a problem, because our laws were good, but you know, we the president's state, so they decided to make an example out of us, so they changed quite a bit. No threaded barrels. We already couldn't have suppressors, so I don't know why they banned threaded barrels. We couldn't have suppressors no way.
Oh, now y'all can't have threaded barrels either?
Nope.
Peace, Pedro. I'll pick up that Prodigy tomorrow, bro. So are you a Delaware guy? Like,
no, I'm from East St. Louis. I'm in Illinois.
You from where?
I'm from East St. I know that's Hot Tub's favorite zone.
You know how I feel about East St. Louis, bro.
Yeah, born and raised. You see the hat?
You escaped East St. Louis. You ain't leave.
Yeah, I left.
Hey, East St. Louis is a condemned place. Some people don't even know it exists, boy. That's a condemned place.
Hey
Yeah.
man,
If you
well,
can make it there, anywhere else is
Nah,
everything
but
is everything.
it's coming up. I know that those boys about to build up on the Missouri side. You got
Yeah, but
Lockheed.
it's
You got
East
Lockheed
St.
Martin
Louis.
building up over there.
East
No,
St.
East
Louis
St.
and
Louis
St.
real
Louis
deal.
is
that
pretty
two,
different.
bro.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know.
East St. Louis is it's like Gary.
Yeah, they
I
ain't
know.
building up nothing
It's
over
worse
there.
than Gary, bro.
Yeah.
Gary bad. Scary Gary is bad, but East St. Louis, I ain't never.
But that's what I would compare it to for people that don't know.
Nah, but for real, let me tell you, let me give everybody in the chat a little bit of game. Those old those old Rust Belt cities with a lot of power, like the old power plants that are underserving, like the power plants are not running at their top capacity. They're gonna put a whole bunch of data centers over there because data centers eat power. So they're gonna ramp up the fucking power. They're gonna ramp up the power to like the factories and all the manufacturing was still there to run your Google and whatever.
Yeah, they ain't gonna put no data centers in East St. Louis.
They
The
going
whole grid will be missing.
Jackson, Mississippi first. They already up Cincinnati, Ohio. Jackson, Mississippi is next, and they coming up. They coming up to. It's going to be on the Missouri side, St. Louis.
Yeah, they'll do the Missouri side. You know, that's more of a
When it
building
happens, it's going
platform.
to spread. When I came down here, it was nothing, but it was farms, and now that shit is all over the place.
They got Facebook got one out here my way. My son works out there at that one. So yeah, you're
Meta,
right about
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that shit. Because people keep consuming more of this, so they can't keep all of this stuff in like the first spots were like San Francisco and this area in Virginia. Now that shit is all they building up, but you gotta have power, and every area don't have power at a good cost. So they look for places with power that's underserved, like the Rust Belt areas. So then they went to Cincinnati, Ohio. You know what I mean? Those little Rust Belt areas, because the factories are closed down. The power plants was built to power the factories, but ain't nobody working in the factories are closed aren't producing like they used to. So they just going to take that same electrical power off that grid and pump and feed the internet. So
All
if
I
you ever want to invest, St. Louis right now is fucking hot in real estate right now.
all
Fifty,
I
sixty
know,
thousand dollars. Take your 401k, flip that bitch. That's where to go. You
he
know
said,
what I mean?
I,
I'm just giving. That's yo. It ain't guaranteed. Don't put away no money if you can't afford to lose. But that's how that shit. That's how that shit at right now. St. Louis hot on fire right now.
Hmm.
hey
Yeah,
BT,
St. Louis got the infrastructure to withstand something like that. East St. Louis has absolutely no infrastructure.
Yeah, because y'all got Democrats in Illinois.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
politics don't even matter in that zone.
no, it don't.
You know.
Go through East
Yeah.
St. Louis, so
I'm
you'll
trying to
understand.
figure out how you got from Chicago, well, East St. Louis to Delaware, but that's another story. That's for another live.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
prior military. You know, so
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
we all are except for RGG.
I've been to war.
Yeah, you from Chirac. You've been in the zone.
Now, man, hey, I'm gonna get up out of here though, man. Congratulations to you, BTG. I appreciate you,
Yeah,
brother.
take care.
Everybody that stopped through, man. Everybody donated to the live. I appreciate y'all, man, for supporting the channel. Definitely go check out regular RGG, regulargunguy.com, man. You can check out the merch that we're releasing for this month. We'll talk more about that later. Again, man, congratulations, you brother. Make sure you email me, man. Everybody throw them L's up for layaway. Be safe over the weekend. I'll see everybody.
Appreciate it.
I'm out.
I
Peace.
kept you fellas. Appreciate RGG. Thanks, man.